John,
Oh boy.
we're gonna be respectful of your time. I'm gonna hit you with something called the Pharaoh's final question. But my final question to you is this: you've had an illustrious career, known from wrestling fans worldwide. What do you feel your biggest accomplishment in professional wrestling was?
Having sex with Missy Hyatt.
That you know what? I'm not gonna listen. Listen, that's a pretty good deal there, man.
Couldn't have done any better. Hey, and after Missy, my two wives, and that got better, but it started with her, and it just went up from there.
John, I got to tell you, when she was on our show, she clearly said this. She made a mistake not staying with you. She said that on the show.
And she was right. And we just both were at a time where we both thought we didn't need each other. And, when it's too late, we could have, we were kind of at that time, it was the Vince takeover thing was going on. Kind of hearing stuff about them wanting Missy and I together. And,
that would have been huge, man. It would have been huge.
I don't know. I wished I'd have had a more mature attitude about Vince McMahon, especially after, of course, I'm still dear friends with Michael and talk with him often. I wished I'd have. He's told me great things about Vince McMahon. I've never met the guy. But I'll repeat it. I fucked up. Should have shown him respect. Went and worked. Missy and I could have gone and worked for him. Done our thing. We did what we were told. We didn't care. Missy and I we didn't come up with that gimmick. We didn't come up with any of that. Our bosses did. And we would have done exactly what Vince would have told us to do. And we would have done it well. Unfortunately, I let my mouth for the 100th time overload my ass. Ain't the first time. It's going to happen again.
That's why we love John Tatum. Jimmy, give John the Pharaoh's final question. I want to also say, John, again, thank you. It's been an honor to have you on this show. You are an icon. And you know what? You've meant the world to many professional wrestling fans and these two guys right here. So thank you again. Jimmy, it's all you, buddy.
Well, it's kind of been answered. I was going to ask him, how would you like to be remembered? But Mike, apparently, it's for.
Well, Jimmy, can I just ask a question? From 1 to 10, how good is Missy Hyatt in the sack, John? I have to know.
Here we go.
A solid 10.
Damn.
Solid.
Fucking lucky man, dude. Lucky man.
I would like to lie.
Oh boy.
I just have 0. Never. I mean, women like sex, and she was definitely one of them. And one thing about her and I, which I've never done a book or told, we were together and did town after town. We looked for strange places in these buildings we would go in for us to have quick sex. And I really remember that a lot. Missy was very yes, she was in. We had sex in some great buildings and some great.
All right, what's the best place you guys had sex now? Now you're going into it. I got to know. What is the craziest place you had sex?
It honestly was so much, but I will say this. We were in a town, and I can't say where it was. I think we were working for Jarrett somewhere. And the craziest thing that happened to me was there was this girl, and you can tell while you're working in the ring, you know, you can make contact. And God, the way it was for me was I could actually talk to women and set up a date while I was wrestling. But I got this girl who I saw she was interested in me real fast. And I told her, I said, while I was wrestling, I don't remember how it happened, but I told her, I said, okay, in my dressing room, I was the last match, so there wasn't going to be anybody else in the ring, or in the dressing room. And Missy had her own dressing room. Well, I told this girl, come in my dressing room and I'll do you in the shower anyway, blah, blah. I'm having sex with this girl in the locker room shower from behind with the shower going on us. And in walks Missy. The way the shower was set up, she couldn't see it. So I got away with it. That's the real memorable one. Outside of that, it was all pleasure. But yeah, I almost got caught that one time.
By Missy Hyatt. John Tatum, you are one lucky dude, man. I got to give you credit.
You're right on.
You're my hero, Tatum. You are now officially my hero, brother.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. And to still have her as a friend. And to be honest, I mean, she's got a great boyfriend, love him to death. Matt, great guy, great for the business. But if I needed her, she would drop anything for me. Has always done that, always been there for me. Her and her family. I was close to her mother and dad. They were great people. And she's always been there for me.
All right, Jim, let's let Mr. Tatum go. You want to hit him with the Pharaoh's final question, Jimmy, man?
Well, it's no longer a final question. It's basically now just, I was going to ask him what he wanted to most be remembered for, but after hearing his sexual escapades, it doesn't matter what he says, because now this is how I'm going to remember him.
I would like to be remembered for the guy who, in house shows, when we weren't on television, when we would be in house shows with Missy, every night I would set up a high spot where I would grab Missy from behind and take her shirt and her bra and lift it over her head and take her and show her to the whole front row, everybody on the front row. I'd show her shit would be over her head, and I would show this whole building Missy's tits. And it got nothing but better at house shows. Every house show picked up because every night when we weren't on TV, everybody in that building would see Missy Hyatt's tits.
Oh, Mike was there, right, Mike? You'd be paying for that.
Unfortunately, I wasn't. That's what sucks. Now I'm really upset.
We got ripped off
over
again
this
on
whole
the
interview.
East Coast.
I blew it, Johnny. I blew it. All right, Pharaoh, hit him, brother.
Didn't do it on TV. Just did it at house shows.
That's it.
So I was like, man, they're going to pay all this money to sit ringside. They're going to see Missy's tits.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey. So I made sure it happened. And
you and Missy would have been gold in WWE. I'm convinced of that, Mike. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, John, thank you for being with us tonight. That was a great time. We had a great time with you. Thank you for coming on.
Anytime, it's nice to meet you guys.
Yes, Mr. Tatum, and thank you. And thank you for all you've done for the industry. And I only wish you the best in the future. Good luck to your son. Good luck to your family. And thank you for such a candid interview, sir.
Nice meeting you guys.
Pleasure.
Goodbye.
See ya. John Tatum there, my friend.
Yeah, that was great. Unfortunately, my connection stayed. I was getting worried early in the beginning of the show. I was
Two
like,
great shows. Mr. Anderson was fantastic.
Yeah.
John Tatum, a legend. A legend.
Yep.
Real quick before we go, many people have said it on the chat. I know you knew going into this, but I just wanted to give you a few moments to talk about the passing of the great Ace Frehley, lead guitarist for the band KISS. Ace had a falling out with them numerous times, came back. Incredible talent, incredible guitarist. He's had his issues just like every human being. But anyway, Jimmy, no one's a bigger KISS fan than you, and no one's a bigger Ace Frehley fan than you. I don't care who claims they are. They're not even close. The floor is yours, Mr. Pharaoh, and send us out when you're done, as I will sit and enjoy what memories you have of the great Ace Frehley.
Oh, well, what do you really say when a huge piece of your childhood says goodbye? I can't really feel much right now, other than it's awful. And I had heard he had fallen. Usually, this is a very telling sign when you hear someone has taken a fall or whatever it is, whatever it may be. I'm amazed that Ace made it this far. He was the quintessential rock and roller with the partying and all the recklessness and craziness. But from what I've gathered, he's a fairly sweet guy. I was very, very disappointed in the fact that KISS recently had a final show at Madison Square Garden over the past year and a half or whatever it was. And New York City, where it all began, when they all had modest jobs, those four young kids, that formed KISS in the New York area. And in the last show, they didn't have Peter and Ace. And now I'm wondering, I'm like, ooh, that might have been a big mistake, Gene and Paul. You really needed to get that done. Everybody wanted to have that done, but now it's really not the time for that. But I can't help but think about it. Ace Frehley was one of the greatest guitarists that ever walked the planet. Unfortunately, because of the imagery of KISS, it was always the actual brilliance of his guitar work got convoluted in the image. He was one of the absolute greatest, as my cat does a death-defying licking of his corn shoot on air. He was one of the greatest lead guitar players, and if you look back at the '70s, of course, the Jimmy Pages and Tony Iommis and Richie Blackmores get most of the love, but Ace Frehley is not necessarily right there with those guys. I don't want to get carried away, but Ace Frehley was one of the absolute greats of his craft. A tremendous lead guitarist who took 6 albums to finally have the courage to sing, and when he did, he sang "Shock Me," a great song. I don't want to get long-winded about Ace, but it's just a very, very sad day for anybody who grew up loving KISS, and he's, to me, it's different, but it's like a Hulk Hogan. It hurts horribly, and KISS was that much of an impression in my childhood. Today, Ace, you shocked me. One of the all-time greats. Peace, brother. We love you forever, man. Thank you for everything you gave us. We wanted the best, and we got the best. You've been watching Monte and the Pharaoh. Later.
Couple things I want to cover, Jimmy.
Yeah.
500 level has now improved on the M&P code. Now go to MP30 for 30% off. Jimmy, I got to tell you something, right? I was at the beach, again, 500 level. If you guys haven't looked at the shirts, right, go to the website. It's incredible. And I got to be honest, right? So it was a little chilly today. I brought the dogs to the beach. I was off work for the Jewish holidays,
today.
right?
It's cold.
It was cold,
Yeah.
but
Well,
I have from 500 level, I have a Roman Reigns sweatshirt. Now, usually sweatshirts are not always the nicest fabric, unless I'm into really nice fabric because I just don't like things up against my skin. So usually I'll get thinner type of shirts, but this is a heavy sweatshirt. The fabric, unbelievable. And you're going to get a deal at 30% off, Jimmy. I mean, my God, it's This is a no-brainer, guys. I am telling you, once you get one shirt from them, you'll get 50. I guarantee it. And they've got all the sports. Yeah, dude, tell me what you think of it, Jimmy.
They're so comfortable. I got to get a long sleeve now. I'm telling you, I got to, because it was chilly today, especially for a guy who's been in Panama City Beach the last 2 years. It was chilly today, and I love the material. It's so silky. Is that the right word for it? I don't know.
No, absolutely. Absolutely, dude.
It's so comfortable. So, yeah, I got to get myself some leveled long sleeves. That's for sure. 30%.
And again, it doesn't, they got plenty of wrestling stuff. They got baseball stuff. They've got football. They got everything, dude. MMA. They got it all, man. And I'm telling you, it's very high quality. Again, 500 level code MP30, 30% off. So if a t-shirt costs you $20, what's 30% off on $20, dude?
It's enough. 10 plus another 20% tacked on top. Not much. It's a steal. It's a steal.
I agree. I want to remind everybody too, the Monte and the Pharaoh show, hit the QR code, be willing to check out our shows on YouTube, where we got almost 24,000 subscribers. Go to our Facebook page where we're approaching 27,000 subscribers. And again, if you feel like donating to the show, please go to the Monte and the Pharaoh webpage, hit donate. Helps us bring in more guests. Trying to entertain Jim. We've got the big event coming up, so a lot of good stuff happening right now. Couple of things I want to cover, Jimmy.
Yeah.
500 level has now improved on the M&P code. Now go to MP30 for 30% off. Jimmy, I got to tell you something, right? I was at the beach. Again, 500 level. If you guys haven't looked at the shirts, right, go to the website. It's incredible. And I got to be honest, right? So it was a little chilly today. I brought the dogs to the beach. I was off work for the Jewish holidays, today. Right?
It's cold.
It was cold, but I have from 500 level, I have a Roman Reigns sweatshirt. Now, usually sweatshirts are not always the nicest fabric, unless I'm into really nice fabric because I just don't like things up against my skin. So usually I'll get thinner type of shirts, but this is a heavy sweatshirt. The fabric, unbelievable. And you're going to get a deal at 30% off, Jimmy. I mean, my God, it's a no-brainer, guys. I am telling you, once you get one shirt from them, you'll get 50. I guarantee it. And they've got all the sports. Yeah, dude, tell me what you think of it, Jimmy.
They're so comfortable. I got to get a long sleeve now. I'm telling you, I got to, because it was chilly today, especially for a guy who's been in Panama City Beach the last 2 years. It was chilly today, and I love the material. It's so silky. Is that the right word for it? I don't know.
No, absolutely. Absolutely, dude.
It's so comfortable. So, yeah, I got to get myself some leveled long sleeves. That's for sure. 30%.
And again, it doesn't, they got plenty of wrestling stuff. They got baseball stuff. They've got football. They got everything, dude. MMA. They got it all, man. And I'm telling you, it's very high quality. Again, 500 level code MP30, 30% off. So if a t-shirt costs you $20, what's 30% off on $20, dude?
It's enough. 10 plus another 20% tacked on top. Not much. It's a steal. It's a steal.
I agree. I want to remind everybody too, the Monte and the Pharaoh show, hit the QR code, be willing to check out our shows on YouTube, where we got almost 24,000 subscribers. Go to our Facebook page where we're approaching 27,000 subscribers. And again, if you feel like donating to the show, please go to the Monte and the Pharaoh webpage, hit donate. Helps us bring in more guests. Trying to entertain Jim. We've got the big event coming up, so a lot of good stuff happening right now.